Hot 97, fellas, welcome.
Yo.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's talk about this. The breaks. We have Antoine Harris and we have Sinqua Walls.
Yes.
I said your name right.
You had it 100%.
I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah.
This is a big step for me.
It's a good day.
Okay,
Good
so
day.
talk to me now. You guys are in it's a series now for
right.
the breaks.
I mean, Twan was a part of the movie. They did something that was really spectacular. And
Right.
They got a lot of great ratings, which prompted VH1 to turn it into a series. And then I was fortunate enough that I got the call to be a part of it.
Okay, so who's who, and talk to us about this. Like, break it down for us.
Got you. I play Ahmed Harris, and he's from Brooklyn. He's from the Fort Greene Projects. Grew up in the late '80s in the illegal narcotics trade. He has an ease with words and a lot of ease with violence. He's economically sound. He doesn't say too much. He doesn't do too much. But when he does something, it's with force. He raps to kind of ease his mind. That's kind of like his pastime. That's his passion. And now he's in the middle of a situation where he could either go back fully into the streets or hopefully see his dreams come to fruition. So he's kind of at a crossroads in his life.
Street practical.
Street practical.
I love how he describes his character because he sounds like just a consummate businessman.
Yeah, right.
Very economical, strategically sound.
Just being productive, just trying to
Checks
make
and
it work.
balances,
Right,
puts
fair.
everything on the scales.
That's so great.
No, I play
my
the character
God.
of Terrence Little Ray Washington, and he's a road manager, music manager, who just he keeps everything afloat. He's a guy that you go to. He has answers to everything. He has his hands in both worlds, and he tries to be the glue to making everything happen. He knows a lot of high people in low places.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
like the whole industry. Right? It's like, oh, that sounds about right.
Accurate.
I learned by osmosis.
So how did this actually come about? Because I know it was just a movie.
Yes.
And then it turned into a series. Was it just because a lot of people were watching? There was a lot of good reviews. How did it turn into that?
Contractually, initially, it was presented as a backdoor pilot. And a backdoor pilot it doesn't really happen very often, but it's when they say, like, we're going to put a film up, and by how people respond to this film, the fact that this story can go so many places, if it's positive, will open the door for the series.
Yeah.
And when the film did well, the network was like, oh, I think it was the #2 film on cable in the 18 to 49 demographic. So when the film did well and the people made it happen for us, VH1 was like, oh, we got something. We're going to roll that into a series.
Oh, this
So
is great.
It was awesome. So out the gate, we were praying for it to become a series, but we didn't know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now T.I.'s joining
right.
the series as well.
Yes.
He plays someone very integral to the storyline that we have
great
to
words.
make us all move together very smoothly.
That's great.
More glue.
More glue.
Glue.
So we can't say if he's a
Stick.
good guy or bad guy. Nothing.
Not yet.
Nothing. No detail.
Most people in the show are both.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody wears two hats in the show.
Everybody's both. You know, he may be more good than some in some parts, and he may be more bad than some in some parts.
Absolutely.
And I think everybody has duality. Most people are both.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How fast was the filming?
It was. I mean, you know what's funny is it seemed slow during it, but then it seemed like it took forever. But it was about a 3.5 month process, and it moved every day. But yeah, we had some long hours, and then once we got done, I guess they were editing while we were shooting.
Wow.
Yeah, they were cutting while we were shooting, and then literally, I feel like we got a break, and they were like, "Hey, it's coming out."
Yeah.
That quick.
Wow.
Yeah. They were working on that timeline.
They got to pounce while it's
They
hot,
did,
right?
they did,
It's like,
like I
no,
said.
they like it. The people like it. Let's do it.
They're
Let's
like,
go.
yeah, don't make them wait, which is cool. I mean, sometimes networks like to wait a long time
Yes.
to put out product, and then the fans kind of, not to say they forget, but they're like, where's the show?
Right.
I moved on to other things, and the way content's moving today, you kind of have to keep them invested. So they were smart about saying, yo, we shot it, we're editing right now, let's put it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, are there any love interest storylines in this? Because, you know, as women, we want to know. I mean,
Hey, listen, for the ladies out there, there's a lot of storylines to keep you interested. For sure.
you are hilarious.
Love happens. Love happens.
Love happens.
Love happens.
Love happens daily.
Yeah, love happens.
In the breaks.
Now, someone who's about to watch for the first time, how would you explain the storyline so that they actually can tune in?
I mean, how would you explain it?
I would say it's the foundation. It's around the foundational era of hip hop. You know, like we were in that's the golden age. You know, you talking about when Biggie, and Pac, and Jay, and Rakim. You know, when hip hop was still on the fence, where people were like, that's not gonna be around in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure people at Hot 97 was like, we have something here, but I'm pretty sure other radio stations was like,
Nope.
they'll be out the door in 5 minutes.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's there. It's that struggle. We're at the beginning of the struggle where it's like this could become a global thing, but it also may not. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like Empire is when it became humongous.
Yes.
This is kind of the ground floor of when it was
Yes.
trying to become humongous.
Yes, I mean it's like a cool history lesson because like I mean our show was based off the book The Big Payback, which tells the lineage of where hip hop kind of began and then where it grew to today, and we do that process of like you said, everybody is ambitious in this show,
Right.
and everybody believes in what this product could be, and we start there and we take it on, but through the process you learn about the artists that paved the way, and it's fact, it's all fact. Like Dan spared no inkling of trying to make sure that everything in the show actually was authentic.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
So going through this, do you feel that it's taught you different things about hip hop?
Absolutely.
Because I feel like we are hip hop, right?
Right, yeah.
But when you're doing this, I'm sure you guys learned some things. Anything that just you were thrown off about? Like, I didn't know that.
I mean, I never knew exactly what a road manager was until I had to play my character.
Right.
And then I realized really the road manager is someone who's a part of every process of the business. They know a little bit about everything.
Right.
And they carry so much weight day in and day out.
Right.
I mean, shows, artists, everything doesn't function without them. So to realize how much they had to do and how important they were, I would have never known that. There's no glossary that tells you the
Right.
definition of what a road manager does. Basically, a road manager does everything. Yeah.
Do you feel that's lacking now in the industry?
The education of what
The road manager is?
I do. I mean, I think good ones. You know,
Yeah.
I had an opportunity. I have some friends who are road managers for some very successful artists, and I reached out to them and I was like, yo, tell me your day-to-day. Tell me
Nice.
your process. Yeah, and we sat down and we built, and they were gracious enough to tell me the good and the bad. And I think that you can definitely tell when an artist is successful, a key part of that team is the road manager. You know, just from getting them point A to point B, making sure that they're in the studio, making sure they have the right people in
Right.
the team, you know, all of that kind of stuff. And I think you can tell when an artist really pops, they have a functioning team and a road manager is a part of that. And you can also tell if they don't,
Right.
a road manager isn't a part of that. You know? Like, for
Never
real.
lie. It never lie. For me, I would say the main thing that I learned was I didn't really notice the struggles of radio. You know what I'm saying? Like as a fan
Right.
and as a listener, from when I was a little kid, I heard music on the radio, and I just was like, oh, this is the artist makes a song,
Yeah.
it gets to the radio, everybody plays it, and we get to hear it. But there's like a process. There's like a struggle to get you know you can.
It's a
expound on
real
that.
process.
It's a
Yeah,
process,
yeah.
and there's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? There's a
Right.
lot of people. So I learned more about the business side. You know what I'm saying? Like as a fan of music, you don't really understand how many parts there are before you hear it, from the studio to the radio.
Oh boy, it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a
Now,
lot.
how would you describe your character as far as dealing with that process?
I would say my character is he's aloof to that process because he's so immersed in what he's dealing with on his day-to-day in the streets, and he's also a rookie to the possibility of becoming a rap star. You know what I'm saying? So as far as knowing, hey, you know, if I get this song on radio, or hey, this sample has to get cleared, or like who has the publishing for this, or who's my manager going to be, or what type of deal will I be signing, what's distribution? He knew none of that. He's a hustler. All he knows is I like turning 1 into 2, and maybe this music could help me turn 2 into 4. He didn't know how.
Bars.
Bars.
Bars. No, I don't even want to follow that up with an answer.
Yeah.
No, I feel like my character is just a mercenary in that way. Like he doesn't know what hip hop can be. He doesn't know what artist, but he gets an assignment. He goes after. He's like, I'm gonna make sure that this happens. So it's like if you put that person on his dock of importance, he's like, all right, I'm taking care of business. And it's like whoever it is, you could give him a rock group, and he's gonna say, okay,
And he's on it.
He's on it, and he's not gonna play any games. And then as soon as he's done with that objective, he moves on to the next thing like a sniper. He's out.
I think this is so important just for everyone to watch, whether you are interested in being in the industry or you're a fan of the industry, the art of entertainment, music or whatnot, hip hop culture, right? Because it just shows truly the process, which is so important. People, and maybe I'm biased, I wish people knew the process more. They would appreciate
Absolutely.
the end result, right? Because
Absolutely.
it's like, oh, I didn't realize they went through all that just to get that second. Do you, when you're playing your character, Antoine, do you feel like you get those moments where you're like, man, I made it. I finally, after all this is like, is there that moment where we see that happiness of, oh God, all those late nights working, it's paying off. I hear my song.
You know the funny thing, he's a guarded pessimist. You know what I'm saying? Like he's seen more loss than he saw wins. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna take a while for him to realize the blessings that he may be walking into. You know what I'm saying? He's dealing with so much drama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, his life is drama. It's a problem. I feel like hopefully we'll get multiple seasons and we'll get to the point where he sees the rainbow.
Yes.
But I feel like right now he just sees so many clouds. You know what I'm
The
saying?
angry rapper.
Yeah, he's angry. I don't think he's angry, but he's troubled.
He's the troubled
He's
rapper.
troubled.
He's a trouble rapper.
He's troubled. Yeah, he's
With a good
troubled.
heart.
With a
With a
great
good
heart.
heart.
He's James Dean.
Sinqua, that was good. With a good heart. That was a great one. Now, for personally, your guys' journey in this industry, where do you want to be in about 5 years? 5 to 10 years? Because I feel like when it comes to acting, it takes a long...
It's a process.
A real long process.
Yeah. It's. I mean, he said something. We always talk and we converse about where we want to be and where we want the path of our careers to go. And I'm not gonna steal it from him. He said something really cool that he got as a message from someone that we both look up to. That is definitely a path that I want to follow. You can tell him what it is.
He's Laz Alonso told me. I was on Mysteries of Laura, and he was like, you know, a lot of people come in and they want to be hot. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, you could be hot for 5 years, but he was like, you want to be warm for 30. He was like, you want to have an arc. You want to keep cooking. You want to be able to deal with the highs and the lows and the highs and the lows. So for an artist, I feel like that's utopia. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, when we come to work, like, this is a passion for us. You know what I'm saying? You love what you do.
Yes.
Yep.
So for you to be able to love what you do for a long amount of time, you know what I'm saying? That's a super blessing. So what we're trying to do is extend the blessing.
Absolutely.
As long as we can.
I like that. Warm for 30 years.
And then he said what? He said, if you make $1, save a quarter.
Save a quarter.
Make $1, save a quarter.
Yes.
Gems.
Gems.
Bars.
Listen, it was too early in the morning for me to understand. And then Antoine comes down and drops this on me, and I'm still drinking coffee. Like, run that back.
Yeah, wait. Say that again.
I gotta get there. Wait, what?
How has the industry been treating you both?
It's an ebb and flow. I think that I've had some really good days,
Right.
and then, you know, I've had some trying days. But I think, you know, we both come from a sports background.
Yeah.
So for us, it's a little bit easier of an adjustment because I understand that, like, some days are going to be great, and some days you got to be in the trenches. And I try not to, you know, get too high or too low about anything. I just really appreciate everything as a blessing, but know that, you know, it's all cyclical.
Yeah.
And I think more than anything, it's taught me just respect everyone.
Yeah. Oh, respect is so major.
Everyone, you know, like you said, people forget that.
There's a
You know,
process.
there's a process.
Yeah.
And we're in a microwave society. You know what I'm saying? People
Oh, yeah.
wanna just, boop, I want it now. You know what I'm saying? But nothing good has ever happened like that.
Right.
Like, I can't think of any great thing that nothing good has happened like that. Like, so when you say, like, how's the industry treated us, I feel like it's treated us how it's treated most minorities trying to find their footing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, and persistence, determination.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You keep moving, I think you'll eventually win.
How does that not knock you down? Meaning, we know obviously what we go through, right, in this industry, knowing that we are minorities, even though we are the majority, but that's a whole different discussion. What
Bars.
continues to push you every day? Because this can get to you, right? It can start playing these tricks on you, and you're like, yo, no matter how hard I work, no matter what I do, there's always that hurdle, the obvious hurdle. What continues to push you guys?
Man, for me, it's just like I'm dedicated to wanting to grow every day. And as an artist, you know, like I truly have a passion for acting. I love the process of filmmaking. I love the process of creating. So as long as I'm flowing within that path, I'm okay. You know, and as long as I get another day to do that, and it, you know, it allows me to pay my bills, I'm okay. And I know that, you know, like I said, we're going to come up against things, but I don't let that be the message that I receive from it. I'm a huge, I'm a reader. I read a lot of, you know, very inspirational books. And those books have really kind of passed a message of just, you know, staying level-headed, staying even keeled. So I try to like block that message before it even comes my direction.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's important. How about for you, Antoine?
I say probably what fuels me would be the fact that, one, for starters, like, I appreciate what people have done before me to make it so that I can even do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother's family's from Lumberton, North Carolina. My grandmother was a slave. You know what I'm saying? My great-grandmother was a slave. So it's like, at the end of the day, I wake up every day and do what I love to do. I understand that there will be hardships. You know what I'm saying? And another thing that pushes me is I have blinders on. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the mirror. I'm super competitive with myself. So like, I will always have something to try to beat. I'm trying to beat me yesterday, tomorrow. So that kind of keeps me moving and keeps me going.
Absolutely.
That's very positive.
Absolutely.
So, being that you guys are on your journey, successful journey, how are the ladies? Are they just throwing themselves at you? How's it going? Are you guys in a relationship?
Ladies don't like me.
Yeah.
They don't like me at all.
That is a lie.
They don't like me at all.
That is Antoine. Is he lying to me?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen hatred towards him from females.
I would say I agree with you. I haven't seen hatred. Is this your game to get more women to like you? Wow.
No, actually, I have one of my boys that is his play. Like, he's always tries to play Mr. Shy Guy. Like, oh, you don't like me, and it never works for him.
5 heartbeats. Shy brother.
It never works.
Shy homeboy never fails. You know.
Oh man, I feel like a lot's gonna happen after the breaks air.
Yeah.
Monday,
9 p.m.
February 20th.
Yeah, show us love, man. I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Yes.
Relax,
It's not a
Sinqua,
bad
relax.
Settle down.
Show us love, Mr. Women don't like
They
you.
don't like
Okay, this is an exciting time for you guys. I'm so happy that this actually turned into a series because I love the fact that it's opening doors, and I'm anything with hip hop makes me really happy. Now, before I let you guys go, who would you say the 3 people that paved the way in hip hop? I mean, I know it's a very hard question because so many people changed it and did different things in hip hop, but who would you say really where without them, you don't know if hip hop would exist?
Ooh.
Oh wow, I say Sugar Hill Gang, Russell Simmons. Number 3,
I gotta throw Jay in there.
Jay.
Cause I mean, just where he was able to take it, like making it a global thing, like making himself a global brand. Like
Absolutely.
I would have to put him in there.
Absolutely.
Man, who else? I think Quincy Jones too.
Quincy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Quincy for
I
sure.
would say Quincy.
Yeah,
Just letting
yeah.
people know that minorities can do music too.
And
Like,
be creators.
We can be we can
Yeah,
be
be
execs.
creators,
We can,
yeah.
We're more than just artists.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
It's so cool that you guys are part of the show. Maybe because I'm in the music world
Yes.
and I love hip hop and I love that this is like, showing respect for hip hop and the foundation of where we all come from. Have you guys had any like, I don't know, whoa, celebrity moments with any hip hop stars that?
What's funny is like we had Dave East on the show.
Nice.
Yeah, Dave comes on the show and we walked in and I just met him as an actor.
Yeah.
Right? So we're talking as actors about the scene and whatever else. And I was like, yo, that dude is cool.
Yeah.
And then he gets up and he raps. I was like, yo, he's good. And they're like, you don't know his music. And at the time I didn't. And it's not a diss to Dave. I wasn't aware of it. And then once I was able to listen to a lot of his music and just know the history of who he was,
Right.
I was like, yo. Like I had this moment of like, I was just on set with that dude. Like
That
that
is
was
so
so
sweet.
dope. Yeah, I was like, yo.
Yeah.
And he did his thing, but that was a moment for me because we walked in as actors and I came away respecting him as an artist and it was great.
That's that's such a great story.
Yeah.
How about for you, Antoine? Anyone you met, you're just like, whoa.
For me, I had to be honest, it had to be Meth. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
I'm from
my
New York.
gosh.
Method Man. You mean, come on. Like, he Method Man running
Yeah.
around, like, playing the dad, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That hates rap.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
That's
man.
so funny.
That was surreal for me. I was
Yeah.
a super fan of Wu-Tang, so
Yeah.
that's crazy for me. That was a blessing.